So before I jump into the content, before I start talking about these interesting scenarios which I prepared for you guys in this video, please do me a favor and destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. So first thing first, on our previous video we talked about this CPR indicator, leading indicator, which was giving us information beforehand, and according to this leading indicator we knew once the price flips this bottom CPR line into support, the next target will be the central CPR line and even the top CPR line. And if you look at this price action, after flipping the bottom CPR into support, we headed towards the central line, flip the central line into support, headed towards the top CPR line, and now we are seeing a pullback. So if the price in the medium short term remains above this CPR trend line, I mean the bottom CPR line, any sort of a pullback could be just a retest, Bitcoin coming back for a retest before breaking upside. Yes guys, once the price finds support above the top CPR line, which sits around 85,800 or let's say 86,000, the upcoming days for Bitcoin is going to be very bullish, with the price objective around 92,800. Yes guys, this arrow line will be looked as our upcoming target if the price flips the resistance from this top CPR around 85,800 into proper support. But we know beside the resistance from this top CPR line, the price of Bitcoin was also facing resistance from this falling wedge. Falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern, but this upper trend line was acting as a strong resistance, not just only yesterday but even before. You can see resistance. So it is normal that we are facing resistance around this 85, 86, in between that range. But once this key line of resistance around the top CP line, let's say for better confirmation, around 86,000 gets flipped into proper support, I just showed you this arrow line will be attracting us, and price in that case will be above the upper trend line. And we know this upper trend line breakout means Bitcoin could be heading towards to form a new all-time high. Yes guys, according to this falling wedge in a weekly time frame, once the price flips this resistance around 86,000 into proper support, the upcoming days for Bitcoin looks very bullish. And now beside the resistance from this falling wedge, beside the resistance from this CPR trend line, you know even the Williams alligator indicator was acting as additional resistance. Yes guys, this trend line during downtrend always acts as resistance. During uptrend, this trend line acts as support. I mean, each and every pullback results in a continuation, bullish continuation, because this was a bullish cross. Green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom. Here, blue line is at the top, green line at the bottom. That is the reason why we are facing resistance instead of support around this Williams alligator indicator. But I just showed you guys, once this key line of resistance, once this 86,000 gets flipped into proper support, even this bearish crossover will be starting to form a bullish crossover. I mean, green line appearing at the top and blue line at the bottom. Yes, if that happens, you know we are expecting Bitcoin to make a reversal and a continuation, which might look somehow like this. But in the medium short term, I just showed you, this trend line will be acting as very strong resistance. So any sort of a pullback, please, I don't want you guys to get left out. I mean, yes, this is a bearish continuation pattern, rising wedge, right? This is in a 4-hour time frame, but I just want you guys to be aware, even if the price starts showing a continuation which might look somehow like this, getting attracted back towards this 80,000, please do not panic. This could be just a temporary pullback, and price after that could be making a V-shape or a U-shape type of recovery, because this pullback here will make a sense. I mean, I showed you guys this is a bullish continuation pattern in a daily time frame, descending broadening wedge, and any sort of a pullback in the medium short term, that could be just a retest around the previous resistance line. Yes, this upper trend line previously rejected us. Same trend line could be retested, which in our case will be looked as support. So that's why if the price shows another continuation but manages to remain above 80,000, you can see that will be just a temporary pullback, just like I shown you an example, and price of Bitcoin after that could be breaking out. So that is another reason why I want you guys to be aware. in case of a pullback, but Bitcoin remaining above 80,000 means a temporary pullback and price after that could be hitting higher. But what if it fails? I mean, what if the price starts showing another free fall, breaking the support which you have around 80,000 and going lower? What in that case? In that case, you know, this trend line, the 50 exponential moving average, could be retested. Yes, guys, this 50 exponential moving average right now sits around 77,800. So this trend line could be retested, but I strongly believe that this trend line will be acting as one very, very strong support line. I mean, each and every pullback during uptrend, this trend line has been looked as one very, very strong support for Bitcoin. And after that, we have seen some very, very bullish move playing out in price action of Bitcoin. So that's why even if the price fails to hold the ground around 80,000, starts free falling towards this 50 exponential moving average, that could be just a temporary pullback in my opinion. And I've been very clear about this, guys. The bull market, in my opinion, is not over yet. Any sort of a pullback in a bigger picture could be a great buying opportunity, because if you simply zoom out and look at the price action around this area, you can see Bitcoin looks like following this Wyckoff's reaccumulation after downtrend. Yes, guys, this distribution pattern looks like playing out. This is in a weekly time frame. You can see, just like as shown in an example, we have already formed this double top type of formation. Bitcoin has already corrected, and now we might be inside this accumulation or reaccumulation phase. So that's why if the price in the immediate short term shows weakness, if the price in the immediate short term gets attracted around 80,000, even lower, we could be forming a similar move to this one here. I mean, Bitcoin in that case could be showing a very, very similar move to this one here, consolidating for a while, and after that, a breakout. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. Even in the worst case, you can see Bitcoin looks like preparing itself for a continuation, which is a bullish continuation pattern from Wyckoff. So that's why, in case of doubt, I suggest you guys to simply zoom out, because in a bigger picture, things still looks bullish for Bitcoin. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please, guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.